Welcome to today's show. I wanted to cover this because I did a video back in 2017, 2018 when the
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakadash. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great examples towards younger brothers, and peace and blessing salutations to Hopeful Lake out there pushing his word in truth and in sincerity across the four winds in the name of Yahweh Bashim Al Shah, pushing to get up out of here. Shalom to the Hopeful Lake, the believers, the listeners whom have came back to the obedience of the scriptures through faith in Yahweh Bashim Al Shah. And what I want to get into today, all right, before our midweek camp was pretty much getting into how the agenda, all right, is in progress. All right, what we're seeing is the elites, pretty much, putting this thing in fast track, to try to accomplish, their enterprise. And it was something said by this guy who played this video from the guy from Call for an Uprising. He made the statement where pretty much, there's more truth, within your entertainment as far as these different movies and, these different series that come on, TVs and these streaming apps, Netflix, Prime, and, HBO Max. There's more truth in entertainment than in the news, because within entertainment, they're pretty much enchanting people, to believe that what was happening in the movie, is just a movie. But then they'll lie to you, on their news, and people believe the news. So it's to the point where majority of the people, believe a lie. All right. If a brother can put that in like Proverbs 14, might be 12 or 13. Let me get it. Yep. Post a few scriptures, then we're gonna get into the video. But yeah, a brother put Proverbs 14 and brought 14 and 15, and the brother can put Habakkuk 2 and 3 and Ezekiel 12 and 23. We gonna get into this video, all right? Because pretty much Esau Edom, in a lot of his entertainment, he puts these things directly in your face. I got another video, from this guy that I'm gonna play, and I'm gonna go ahead and share the screen and get that video queued up. Our brothers getting them precepts. Shalom. Yahweh Shema Shabrak to all you brothers, you few sisters tuning in. Let's see. All right, now this is my brother Awalam War 144K, Proverbs 15 and 14. We saw Proverbs 14 and 15. It said, "The simple believeth every word, but the prudent man looketh well to his going." And see, the masses of the people, have been dumbed down so much, and the Wadi How about Shema Shah, he took us out that, that state, that spirit of being simple, going along to get along. but the masses have been dumbed down so much through the food, through the entertainment, through the education. You know, he has dumbed everything down so much that they pretty much believe, you know, anything this man says. All right, they go with it. They're going along with a narrative that doesn't make sense. All right, but we in the time now where this agenda is rapidly, you know, playing out. Now this is Ezekiel, this is from the brother Bayan Yashala. Ezekiel 12 and 23 says, "Tell them therefore, thus saith the Lord power, I will make this proverb to cease, and they shall no more use it as a proverb in Israel, but say unto them, all right, the days are at hand, and the effect, you know, of every vision, you know, and now we're in the time where we finna feel the effects of the famine. We finna feel the effects, all right, of civil unrest, the effects, you know, of pestilence, you know, of the effects of mass death in the earth. We're finna feel, we finna see these things, man. People are finna feel these things. The economy crash, all right, and the dollar is being destroyed as we speak. You know, we finna feel the effects of all these things, man. We finna see and feel the effects of everything written in the scriptures, man. You know, it's the book of Habakkuk, chapter 2, verse 3. Another one from the brother Bayan Yashala. It said, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. It will not tarry." Yeah, so we in the time now where this thing is gradually speeding up, you know, because for the longest it seemed like nothing is happening, man. And even when, you know, it seemed like there was nothing happening, there's always been something going on in the background leading up, you know, to the prophecy, man, you know, leading up to pure chaos in the earth. Now I'm gonna play this, and he's gonna go to a clip from the X-File, and they pretty much putting it in your face, man. You know.
So I wanted to cover this because I did a video back in 2017, 2018 when the X-Files came back out, and I actually just stumbled upon it in covering the video recently that I did about transhumanism and being stuck inside of this virtual world. And this is a clip that's really important because you can see all the agendas tied into it. Now, shows like the X-Files have a ton of truth in it. And that's why the show is, you know, considered conspiracy. So people watch it and they're like, oh, that would be weird if that was really going on. But they automatically, in their brains, just chop it off to being
pause it. They're trying to catch up a little bit. Take some of that reverb out. Let's see what we got.
Fiction. But there's so much truth in so many of these shows, which we've all talked about and seen. I mean, from movies like They Live, you know, obviously 1984, the book, the movie. X-Files has a ton of things with, you know, Adreno, all the stuff that I cover here. I mean, they've pretty much covered at one point in time. And some of it true, some of it's stuff that, you know, is a stretch, but maybe you personally believe in. I won't get into those topics, but this clip is really interesting. I think everybody should watch it if you haven't. And if you've seen it, it's good to watch again because I barely remembered it. And it talks about military state, it talks about fake alien invasions, it talks about your money being wiped out of your bank account electronically overnight, and an attack.
And then pretty much going to the military state. And as you can see what they're doing, you know, they already knew people were going to quit, you know, and be fired because of these mandates. And they're replacing them with who? The military, man. So pretty much they're putting military in place, man. All right, getting civilians, you know, and children used to seeing military. All right, they're conditioning the people for a new norm. All right, the agenda is in full effect, man. You see?
On the, you know, the American people from within, which is exactly what you're seeing going on right now. It's an attack from within, and all these countries are attacking their own people from within. This isn't a, you know, Russia's going to do something, China's going to do. All of these countries around the world are going after their own citizens, their own civilians, their own people, and they are enslaving them. That's what we're seeing go on, and it's going to continue on. Take a look at this clip.
driven not only by corporate greed, but a darker objective, the takeover of America. And then
Oh man.
What? New One Wheels?
It's the One Wheel GT our best One Wheels yet. Say
Okay.
hello to the new flagship One Wheel GT.
and then the world itself, by any means necessary, however violent or cruel.
So pretty much he's gonna go and take over of America, you know, then he's gonna go into the takeover, you know, of the world. All right.
Or efficient, by severe drought, brought on by weather wars conducted secretly using aerial contaminants and high altitude electromagnetic waves in a state of perpetual war to create reaction solution scenarios to distract, enrage, and enslave American citizens at home with tools like the Patriot Act and the National.
And then you see the perpetual war, you know, because if you go back to 2001, you know, America has been in the Middle East, you know, since 2001. The presidents have changed, you know, but the agenda, you know, has remained the same, you know. I'm gonna start it over. I know the commercial kind of threw it off. All right. Well, I say this is from the old X-Files. You know, I said I was gonna try to find, you know, where they started playing, you know, these recent X-Files from, because it goes into it a lot, you know, and Esau Edom, he puts, you know, particular things within certain series, man.
Not only by corporate greed, but a darker objective, the takeover of America. And then the world itself, by any means necessary, however violent or cruel or efficient, by severe drought, brought on by weather wars conducted secretly using aerial contaminants and high altitude electromagnetic waves in a state of perpetual war to create problem reaction solution scenarios to distract, enrage, and enslave American citizens at home with tools like the Patriot Act and the National Defense Authorization Act, which abridge the Constitution in the name of national security. The militarization of police forces in cities across the U.S., the building of prison camps by the Federal Emergency Management Agency with no stated purpose, the corporate takeover of food and agriculture, pharmaceuticals and healthcare, even the military in clandestine agendas to fatten, dull, sicken, and control a populace already consumed by consumerism. I encourage you all to go shopping more. A government that taps your phone, collects your data, and monitors your whereabouts with impunity. A government preparing to use that data against you when it strikes. And the final takeover begins.
The takeover of America.
By a well-oiled and well-armed multinational group of elites that will cull, kill, and subjugate.
Happening as we sit here.
It's happening all around us. It'll probably start on a Friday. The banks will announce a security action necessitating their computers to go offline all weekend.
Digital money will disappear,
They can just steal your money.
followed by the detonation of strategic electromagnetic pulse bombs to knock out me.
And they already setting up excuses, you know, for all these things. All right. And these things have already happened. Like he's telling you that this is what we're going to do. And they have rolled this out. All right. They've taken over agriculture. All right. They're paying farmers to destroy their crops. They're stopping the ships from docking. You know, like I said, they had perpetual war to get, you know, people think, all right, that America, you know, is pretty much the one that's civilizing the earth. You know, people still play into that narrative. And then, all right, what are we seeing, man? The setup for a cyber attack. You know, then they had a few trial runs with the cyber attack. You know, so all these things are set up, man, to constantly play out. You know, these people have an agenda. All right, the destruction of the dollar to bring in the digital currency. You know, as we went over that. You know, so the agenda is in full play, and what they do on the surface, they give, you know, off an illusion of normalcy. That's why they let the bread and circus go on the sports. That's why they leave certain parts of America open, you know, For what, man? For that sense of normalcy. All right. Why they doing all this, man?
Major grids.
What will seem like an attack on America by terrorists in Russia.
Or a simulated alien invasion using alien replica vehicles that exist and are already in use.
An alien invasion of the U.S.
The Russians tried in 47.
You can't say these things.
I'm going to say them tomorrow.
It's fear-mongering, claptrap isolationist techno-paranoia so bogus and dangerous and stupid that it borders on treason.
So some of the things that were important in there are things that you see going on, right? You saw the FEMA camps. Now, they didn't make a big deal about some type of outbreak because this is pre all the stuff going on. But you could see all the agendas tied in, right? FEMA camps popping up for no reason whatsoever, right? Because that's what we were all talking about for years. Why are these things popping up? Why are these coffins popping up all over the place? Well, now we know what they were popping up for, right? And we all assumed that it would be something along these lines or some, some type of thing from within. And that's exactly what we've seen go on, right? So you had the FEMA camps, you had the controlling of food, right? The controlling, obviously, of food and pharmaceuticals. We know with the food and obesity and all these things in our world, especially in America. And of course, controlling our food as far as who's going to be able to get what they're going to put on the shelves, what they're going to take off the shelves, right? Because we depend on them for the most part to feed us. And then, of course, you get the other stuff like the tracking, right? The Patriot Act, listening in on phone calls. All these things are real. They're really going on. They're really happening, right? They even bring up problem reaction solution, right? The Hegelian dialect, which is the easiest, not the easiest, but I mean, it's an easy way to wake people up, right? Problem reaction solution. It's the basic blueprint of what they do. The basic blueprint, right? So these are things that we're constantly seeing pop up all over the place. These types of narratives, these types of stories, and the replacing of the bringing in of a military state. It's not the way they show it in these clips, where it's just like, oh, there's armed men running down the road all of a sudden, and the helicopters flying above. It's subtle. That's what it is, right? It's bringing in the National Guard to drive your school bus. It's bringing in the National Guard to do other jobs that people are no longer doing because they're getting fired from their jobs deliberately by Big Brother, who's doing it on purpose. And no one seems to care because if the media doesn't talk about it, nobody cares about it. But if the media made a huge deal about it, then everyone would care. But instead, they make a big deal about pronouns and things like that. And those are the main topics you see on CNN. I mean, people's sensitivity issues instead of people losing food on their plates, their livelihoods, things that they've worked their entire lives, to have here on Earth, which, I mean, I get it. You're not supposed to do that. But, I mean, go to school, and having a passion to be a nurse or something like that. And then instead you're getting replaced by the military, right? And it's subtle, right? You just hear about it. Oh, here they are there. Here they are there. Now they're in a grocery store in Illinois. Now they're in a Walmart in Texas. Why are they there? Why are they there? Well, because, people are losing jobs and they need to be replaced. And then suddenly you have a military state because you have the military coming in, working 1 month at a school, working the next month driving a bus, working the next month at a hospital. And you're used to seeing them, and then the youth out there sees them all the time, and they think that this is the normal way that society is supposed to go and how we're supposed to live. I mean, they even tie in, and I know X-Files, I never really watched the show, but when it came back, I kept an eye on the episodes because I know they were talking about all these topics that a lot of us, have covered before, from transhumanism, obviously alien invasions. I made sure I watched the one about the blood transfusions with the Adreno. They talked about Mandela. I mean, they talked about pretty much every single topic.
I think we're unique because now, as you can see, we are.
And that was pretty much the point, on that one. I'm gonna get a few precepts, and I'm gonna there's one more video I wanted to show that a brother had posted. It should be in the history. Let me see. Yep. I'll play that one in a minute. All right. But let me share the scriptures real quick, get some precept. Hey, because what's happening is you know, Esau, Edom, all right, the elite are pretty much, you know, infusing military, you know, within the society, and he's doing it in a way, you know, that's not alarming the people, you know. He's pretty much doing it in a way where, you know, you don't notice a big difference. You just see, you know, the military being sprinkled in here and there. You see, you know, the food, all right, diminishing, the prices going up, but he's not doing it at an alarming rate, you know. And a lot of people are still so caught up into bread and circus that they're not watching what's happening around them, especially Jake. Now, this is Luke 19:41. It says, and when he was come near, he beheld the city and wept over it, saying, if thou hadst known, even thou at least, all right, in this thy day, the things which belong unto thy peace, but now are they hid from thine eyes. Yeah, man, if you're caught up, you know, and entangled with the affairs of this life, you know, you don't have a clue of what's coming down the pipe. You don't have a clue of what these people are planning to do, man. All right, we're finna see people starve to death soon, man. Like the scriptures say, pine away. You know, if a brother can put that precept for me, I think it's Lamentations. You know, those that, you know, die of famine, pine away. All right, this is Luke 19:43 said, for the day, all right, shall come upon thee that thine enemy shall cast a trench about thee and compass thee round and keep thee in on every side. Yeah, so we're seeing, you know, UN troops pretty much being smuggled in, you know, distributed throughout the nation, mainly in these big cities, man. You know, if you're in these big cities, man, that's going to be, you know, the concentration of the population, you know, but that's going to be the concentration of the, you know, the roundup where he's going to surround, you know, and he's going to have his, you know, more than likely his drones out there in the rural areas. All right, where it's, you know, it's a little more, you know, off grid, but hey, them drones gonna be out there, man. You know, but there's gonna be a lot of, you know, boots on the ground in these big cities, and it says, and keep thee in on every side, and they shall lay thee even with the ground, and thy children with thee, and they shall not leave thee one stone upon another, because thou knewest not the time of thy visitation. You see, so there's a great siege being set up, you know, and the masses ain't aware, and especially you Israelites, man, which are the most least prepared for anything, man. You know, you have Esau, at least, you know, they in these other nations, they'll stock up, you know, carnally, they'll prep carnally, you know, and then you have the hopeful elect that's prepping in the spirit, all right, but you have the unbelievers of our people, they just here, man. They don't know what's going on. You see, they don't have a clue of what's about to get ready to happen, man. But Esau put it right in your face, man. You know? Um, so yeah, let me get this other video real quick. And get a couple precepts about the coming board. All right. This is just a clip of what's going on. All right, this is the energy that we seeing, you know, in the earth, man. I'm gonna play it and pause it.
Ready? Begin.
All right. Get a couple of these. All right, this is Lamentations 4 and 9. All right, it's from the brother Yashima tribe of Judah. It says, they that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away, stricken through for want of the fruits of the field, man. And that's what we're about to see, you know, as they constantly shut down these food supply chains, man. You know, and down here in the school where we at, you know, it's got so bad that they had to put, you know, hot dogs inside of taco shells, man. You know, it's bad, man. food, schools are running out of food. You see, it's getting bad, man, and it's gonna gradually go into chaos, man. All right, so let me play this. Now, this is a video, Divide and Conquer. I think the brother, the Hopeful Elect, put this up. But just check this out. Let me see. I might try to make it full.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands.
They're doing the pledge, and you see, you got two niggas standing up. All right, ain't nobody into it, man. The thrill is gone in America, man.
One nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you, Macy.
Okay, so during the period, we have announcements, and they do the Pledge of Allegiance. I always tell my class, stand if you.
Watch this madness. Watch the twist on this story. All right, this place is a madhouse, man.
Feel like it. Don't stand if you feel like it. Say the words if you want. Don't have to say the words. So my class decided to stand but not say the words. My room does not have a flag. It used to be there, but I took it down during COVID because. And I packed it away and I don't know where, and I haven't found it yet. But my kid today goes, hey, it's kind of weird that we just stand and then, we say it to nothing. I tell this kid, we do have a flag in the class that you can pledge your allegiance to. And he looks around and goes, oh, that one? The inclusive pride flag. I pledge allegiance to the queers.
Yeah, man. So this is what the schoolhouse is producing, man. They're pledge allegiance, to the alphabet flag, man. And this place is begging for missiles, man. All right, America is begging for the judgment written, in the scriptures, man. All right. Yeah, I know it. It's a madhouse, man. You see? And that's what's acceptable. This is the new norm. All right. The elites are trying to bring. And if a brother can post, all right, I think it's Jeremiah. That's how we know this is spiritual Sodom, as the scriptures say. Ain't no doubt about it. Yeah, can a brother post Jeremiah 50 and 31 and 32? Yep. Yeah. This is what's going on, man. All right, and your good old America, man. And people wonder why, all right, it's so, so much tragedy here, man. You see? There's so much, depression, because this place full of demons, man. This is Jeremiah 50 and 31, and it says, behold, it's from the brother Gashon 72. It says, behold, I'm against thee, O thou most proud, said the Lord power of hosts, for thy days come, the time that I will visit thee. Yeah, see, the Most High is against this proud kingdom, man. And what do the alphabet people call their month? Pride month. They're proud in their wickedness. Verse 32, and it says, and the most proud shall stumble and fall, and none shall raise him up, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all round about him. There's gonna be missiles that's coming, man. And this place is begging for the missiles. All right. So let's go from there. I'm gonna let this play. All right. And the energy of America, all right, is gone, man.
I'm not gonna let him come here and burn this flag. Too many people have died protecting this flag.
Now look at this coon nigga here, man. Look at this coon nigga saying too many people have died protecting this flag, and he won't even let Esau burn the flag, man. You know, and that's why. Oh boy, man, you almost be a loss for words for Jake, man. Listen to this nigga, man. This nigga here, all right, looking like Grandmaster Jay. You know, it might be that nigga, man. You know, he saw you same P for different character, man. Listen to this nigga, man.
I'm not gonna let him come here and burn this flag. Too many people have died protecting this flag. I love America. I'm not letting go of this flag. You want this flag to cry from my dead hand. Do you guys understand that in a communist system there is no freedom of expression? The Constitution is the only reason why you have this right to burn this flag. Yes. And if you don't like that idea, you have to leave this country. I'm sorry. That's how it is.
It's her property. It's a car, not a herd. It's a herd, you transphobic piece of shit. You transphobic piece of shit.
They talking about police lives matter.
Hey. Oh, that's what he's waiting for. That's that.
Yeah, there you have it, man. You know, pretty much. All right. Just a straight madhouse, man. You know, but that's pretty much it. You know, like I said, I gotta get ready to run the count. Let's see, got a couple more precepts on here. And he folk bugged out, you know, Transformers, Coon Jake, all right, Little Child, you know, Little Devil, he tired of it, you know. Teacher bugged out, you know, just the alphabet party is through, man. You know, the place is divided, and we're finna see, you know, pure chaos, man. We're just awaiting the chaos, all right? Yeah. Yep. Everybody, you know, pretty much they subject to these demons, man. You know, and Esau Edom is bugging these people out, man. Everybody is bugging out. You know, that's what we're witnessing. So, yeah, I'll leave it there. You know, Lord, we'll come back with something else tomorrow. You know, we've been getting off a little earlier at work, so. Lord, we'll have to come back with something else, you know, in the news. You know, I have a few things I was watching that I want to, you know, bring out, you know. So, Lord, will you brothers and you few sisters were edified once again. I'm going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Kakodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of GMS who rule well, teach well, being great example to his younger brothers, and peace and blessing, salutation to the hopeful. Till next time I say Shalom, Kwam Yashala, Abba, DTA soon.